legacy. This is something that we are all creating, whether we realize it or not. Legacy is something that is happening, whether we're involved in making it happen. You see, every action that we take today, everything that we do, everything that we post online, everything that we share with our family, every experience that we have is all contributing to a legacy that we're leaving behind. And this is, oftentimes legacy gets clumped in with what kind of financial legacy are you leaving, what kind of mark are you leaving on the world, maybe in a big picture like, do I have my name on the side of a building or something to that effect? But in our day and age, there is a record of every single thing that we are doing, a record of every single thing that we are posting, that we are sharing, that we do. It's all being cataloged. So whether you realize it or not, you are creating that legacy. And so if we recognize that, then we also have to recognize that we have a responsibility to think about what it means to have a legacy that's actually worth leaving behind. Because I think for most of us, we could look at a large part of what we are creating and say, I don't think that I'd want that. I don't want to be remembered for that 100 years from now. So every action that you take right now really comes down to thinking, in 100 years, if somebody looks back at what I've done, what I've written, what I've talked about, what I shared, is this something that I'm going to be proud of? Now, I don't mean this just in a way of like, oh, I had a bad day and, trolled somebody. I'm not talking about that. I mean, you should certainly not do that. But what I'm talking about is where we're putting our time and energy. Are we creating something that lasts? Are we creating something that somebody will look back on one day and go, man, that's really meaningful. That's incredible. Because I know in today's day and age, we think about having to keep up, creating content, getting more likes, getting more people to engage with us in this, in this online space. And oftentimes that comes at the expense of quality or things that are meaningful. And I've been guilty of this. So I'm not here to say that it's other people and not me. I'm definitely guilty of this. But I think that we allow those things to replace something that is meaningful, something that could be timeless, because we're trying to keep up with this race that has been defined for us. We are prioritizing things that aren't really important, that 100 years from now nobody's going to care about. Hell, I mean, like, a year from now nobody will care about it, and much less than that. So when we think about creating our legacy, we have to really break it down to the daily activities and the things that we are doing right now. And we have to ask ourselves, or we should ask ourselves, is what I'm doing right now, does it deserve the time and energy that I'm giving it and taking away from other things, so that 100 years from now, this might still be valuable to somebody else? May sound a little bit crazy, but creating a legacy is something that happens every single day, every single moment. We all need to be more engaged with that for ourselves. And I know I certainly do. But that's how you do it. That's how you create something worth leaving.